Pick a number between 1 and 10. Don't tell me. Just pick it. Got it. Okay. You think you just made that choice. You think your conscious self, that voice in your head, decided I'll pick 7 or I'll pick 3. But what if I told you that I could see you make that choice 7 seconds before you knew you made it? This isn't a magic trick. This is neuroscience. In 2008, a team of researchers led by John Dylan Haynes put people into an MRI scanner. They gave them a simple choice: press a button with your left hand, or press a button with your right hand. Whenever you want. Just decide. The subjects lay there, thinking they were in total control. They waited. They decided. They pressed. But the MRI machine saw something else. The researchers watched the brain activity on the monitors. They saw the decision light up in the unconscious motor cortex. They knew, with 100% accuracy, which button the subject would push. And here is the terrifying part. They saw this activity 7 seconds before the subject consciously thought, I will press the button. For 7 whole seconds, your brain had already made the decision, sealed the envelope, and mailed the letter. Your conscious mind, the thing you call you, was just the person opening the mail 7 seconds later and claiming credit for writing it. This experiment broke the scientific community. It suggested something impossible, that free will is a lag. It's a story we tell ourselves after the biological machine has already done the work. You are not the driver of the car. You are a passenger in the back seat with a fake plastic steering wheel, pretending you are turning the car while the autopilot does everything. And if that's true, if we are just biological puppets acting out a script written by chemistry, then are we responsible for our actions? If a man commits murder, did he do it? Or did his atoms do it? Today, we are going to tear down the single most important belief you have, the belief that you are in control. Oh, understand why free will is a lie. We have to look at the machinery. Your brain is a physical object. It is made of atoms, cells, and electricity. It follows the laws of physics. Cause and effect. If I hit a billiard ball, it moves. It doesn't choose to move. It must move. Your thoughts are just billiard balls. One neuron fires, which causes the next neuron to fire, which causes you to think, I want a sandwich. You didn't choose to want the sandwich. The hunger hormone ghrelin hit your hypothalamus, which triggered a memory of bread, which fired a motor signal to your legs. At no point in that chain did magic happen. It was a domino effect. Let's look at a darker example. In 1966, a man named Charles Whitman climbed a tower at the University of Texas and opened fire. He killed 16 people. He was a monster. But before he did it, he wrote a suicide note. He wrote, I don't know what is happening to me. I have been a victim of many unusual and irrational thoughts. I request that after my death an autopsy be performed to see if there is any visible physical disorder. They did the autopsy. They found a tumor the size of a nickel pressing into his amygdala, the part of the brain that controls fear and aggression. So, the question is, did Charles Whitman choose to kill those people? Or did the tumor choose? If we say the tumor caused it, we are admitting that biology dictates behavior. But where do you draw the line? A tumor is physical. But so are genes. So are neurotransmitters. So is trauma. If you were born with Charles Whitman's genes, and you had his tumor, and you lived his exact life, you would have done exactly what he did. You wouldn't have been stronger. You would have been him. This is the concept of determinism. The idea that if we could rewind the universe like a tape recorder and press play again, everything would happen exactly the same way. You would make the same mistakes. You would pick the same partner. You would click this same video. Because you aren't making choices. You are just processing data. Think about your thoughts right now. Where do they come from? Close your eyes and wait for the next thought to pop into your head. There it is. Did you choose that thought? Did you scroll through a menu of potential thoughts and pick the best one? No. It just appeared. It floated up from the darkness of your subconscious. You are not the author of your thoughts. You are the observer of them. And this brings us to the illusion of the vet. When you take a dog to the vet, it thinks you are torturing it. It doesn't understand the complex reasons, the vaccine, the health check. It just feels the needle. It creates a narrative. My owner is being mean. We are the dog. We feel the urge to eat, to fight, to love. We don't see the complex biological vets, hormones, evolution, physics, that are actually injecting those urges into us. So we create a narrative. I chose to eat. I chose to love. It is a comforting lie. Because the alternative, that we are just wet robots running a script, is too terrifying to accept. But hold on. If free will is a lie, does that mean nothing matters? If you are just a puppet, why try? Why get out of bed? Why not just lay there and let the universe happen? This is called fatalism, and it's the trap everyone falls into. But stripping away free will doesn't mean you stop existing. It actually gives you a new, strange kind of superpower. It kills hate. Think about it. You hate people because you think they chose to be bad. You hate the person who cut you off in traffic because you think they are a jerk. But if you accept that they are just a biological machine acting on bad data, maybe they are tired, maybe their genes make them aggressive, maybe they were raised in chaos, then hatred becomes impossible. You don't hate a storm for destroying your house. You don't hate a car for breaking down. You understand that it's just cause and effect. When you see humans as complicated machines, you stop judging them. You start fixing them. We don't punish a car with a flat tire. We change the tire. If Charles Whitman is a broken machine, we don't need justice in the religious sense. We need to fix the machine. We need to find the tumor. And it changes how you see yourself. How much time do you spend beating yourself up? I should have worked harder. I shouldn't have said that. I am a failure. If free will is a lie, then regret is a glitch. You couldn't have done otherwise. Given your brain state, your hormones, and your environment at that exact moment, you are always going to make that mistake. It was inevitable. You can stop hating yourself. You can put down the whip. You aren't a god who failed. You are a process that is learning. Now, I know what you're thinking. But Nox, I can choose to turn off this video right now. I can prove I have free will. Go ahead. Try it. If you turn it off, it's because my words annoyed you, or you got bored, or you wanted to prove a point. Those are all causes. You didn't choose to be annoyed. You didn't choose to want to prove a point. That desire just appeared. You are still dancing to the strings. You just changed the dance. The universe is a giant, falling row of dominoes. You are one of the dominoes. You didn't choose to fall. But you are falling. And the way you fall hits the next domino. You matter. Not because you are the decider, but because you are a part of the chain. So, don't worry about being the driver. The car is driving itself. Just enjoy the ride. Keep learning. Keep wondering. Nox out.